Hi LinkedIn member, nice to have you back here for part 2 of the 16 reasons to prefer polylines over lines and arcs. Let's go to reason number 9. Polylines are independently width-able, no layer dependent line weights or plot style dependencies. Both global and or per segment width can be applied. As seen here, swapping between vertices will let you specify start and segment width. And that concludes our 9th reason for preferring polylines over lines and arcs. And now for reason number 10. A lot of flexibility when creating polylines from existing geometry. B-Poly, for instance, can deal with just pick a point within an enclosed zone or create a new boundary set for excluding some unwanted line work. Creating a new boundary set, it's very easy, but there is an easier way to use an external boundary to find the internal line work by using the island detection as an island within the selection. Here we can see that we just select the part or the object we want to participate and then pick points to create the exact polyline we want, ignoring unwanted objects. The easier way will be to enclose everything with a new boundary, and by using the island detection just pick a point between the two boundaries, the outer and the inner, like so, and you'll have your result very quickly. Then you just get rid of the outer boundary, of course, and remember the line work is still there behind your new polyline, so if you want to get rid of it, you better use the quick select the lines. Don't forget to get rid of the append option to select from left to right in a window, excluding everything you want to stay on screen, and just select everything and then just delete it. So this concludes reason number 10. And now for reason number 11. A single session fillet and or chamfer for the whole polyline versus fillet and or chamfer times number of corners, which can be tedious by any means. As you can see here, if I'm going to select all the polyline for fillet or chamfer, a single click after selecting a polyline option will do everything in a single click instead of the tedious job on the right. And now for reason number 12. Single click offset with no need for cleanup versus multi-session offset plus cleanups at every corner, which is a tedious job. As you can see here, after completing the offset, I will need to fillet everything, not with a radius but using my shift button. Holding the shift key in the keyboard will let me perform a 0 radius, and look at this. You just select the side and that's it. For reason number 13, I just moved to the 3D modeling work space so I can perform some press pull or create 3D solids by extruding, as you can see, both cases over here. But if I go using the same feature for extruding a line or an arc, I'll be having some singular surfaces, as you can see here, I can use the down arrow to select an exact height, but look what happens with this line. The Z direction went to another place. I have to stop and play with my UCS so the direction will be right, and that's about what completes or happens to be reason number 13. Reason number 14, polylines are optimal for quick dimensions, while other line work will demand other selection sets. That means it's twice as line selecting. Line and arc based geometry selected all together might cause several zero dimensions, and you'll need to be deleting it later. As you can see here, if I select everything, I might get a zero dimension, so I prefer to select a singular bunch of lines and then just position the dimension. Hi, now for the penultimate reason number 15. Polylines are easier to auto-constrain than lines and arcs based line work. Totally neglecting coincidence issues. First of all, because the easier selection, and then there is no need to worry about coincident endpoints with no gaps whatsoever. When dealing with lines and arcs, you might intervene in the auto-constrain settings, changing the tolerance over here to gap over the problem at this corner, but notice that it might move one of the lines, cause the geometry to be in a different dimensions. So you have to be very careful when auto-constraining, but less careful of course when dealing with polylines. That was number 15, and now for the last one. Reason number 16. Geometric center, a new OSNP for 2016, is now built in for polylines. Other line work will demand extra work to locate the geometric center. So as you can see here, we can just move something using its geometric center to another geometric center of another polyline, and then again we can just deselect this, select again, opt for moving it from its geometric center to another selection's geometric center over here, and everything is centered completely. This will work mainly with polylines. Thank you for being with me, and thanks a lot for all the comments and likes. And this concludes my 16 reasons for preferring polylines over lines and arcs. I'm sure there are some more, so please contribute your own so we all win. Bye, Danny.